Welcome to All Hands on Deck. I am filling in for Pastor Ira Ackery. My name is Beauty. We have a special guest today. Her name is Patricia Horton. Patricia, would you like to tell us what you are?
Well, hello everybody out there, and thank you for having me on the show. My name is Patricia Horton, as you heard. I'm your former Water Reclamation Commissioner. And basically at this particular time, I'm running for Commissioner, Cook County Commissioner, 3rd District here in Cook County. Right. So I'm out there running. But a little bit about myself. I used to work with an organization called Women's Self-Employment Project. Some people may have heard that before. Basically what we do is we help women to establish their businesses, and then we also provided at that particular time micro-lending. I also worked as an enterprise agent for that particular company, and as a result, we won the President's Award for helping to alleviate poverty. Wow. And Hillary Clinton came out and presented the award to us, which allotted me an opportunity to travel the world.
Oh, I love that. So you got to shake Hillary's hand.
Yes, I got to shake her hand, and I also had an opportunity to talk to the guy whose program that we were using. It was called the Full Circle Fund. It was a program that they were utilizing in Bangladesh, where we help women to start their businesses, and we used it as a pilot program here in Chicago. And as a result, we were able to win that award, and I got a chance to travel.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he was actually our 2006 Nobel Prize winner.
Really?
Yes. And from what I understand, the only humanitarian that was able to do it.
Okay, Pat, it looks like we have a caller on the line already.
Oh, great.
Caller.
Hi, Commissioner Horton.
Can you talk up?
Commissioner Horton.
Hello there.
My question for you is, what makes you qualify for the office that you are running for?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, some of you probably remember me as the Water Reclamation Commissioner, and for that, I like to say to all of you all out there, thank you for your vote. So what qualifies me is the idea that I'm a former Water Reclamation Commissioner. I've been on the seat, I've been in the firing range, I've developed a thick skin, and I advocate for my people. I was able to create transparency, and with that transparency, we had jobs that went online, contracts to go online, and so forth. And as a result, I was able to save the taxpayers over $51 million. So with that experience, I like to take that and use it in Cook County government to make sure that we have a balanced budget, amongst other things as well. Fairness in contracts, no more sugar tax. That we don't need. And to work basically with the other commissioners to make sure that we can combat those unfair property taxes. So I believe that qualifies me as the commissioner because I've been in that seat already. So therefore, I know what I'm doing. And from what I understand, I'm the only commissioner that's in my category that's on the ballot at this time. All the others are first-time runners. Do you have any more questions, caller?
No, we have another caller that's coming in now.
Oh.
Yes, okay, so this is a two-part question. What are your thoughts on that sugar tax? And what are your plans for public safety?
Well, I was not happy about that sugar tax. And from what I understand, I'm hearing that they may try to bring it back. And I'm not happy about that. And I really advocating for everyone out there to make sure you vote for me so I can get in there to be your mouthpiece to make sure we stop this from happening, because we don't need another sugar tax. And as far as the public safety is concerned, well, I'm a true advocate for public safety because as a youth, I used to live in Inglewood and also lived in Woodlawn. But as a youth, I was shot in the head. I was a victim of violence right here in the Woodlawn community. and was left for dead. Someone picked me up and carried me over to King Drive because we didn't see many of the police officers in the area at that particular time. So I survived. Thank God for that. And now I know my purpose. I know my reason for why I am doing the things that I do, because I am a true public servant. The Lord left me here for a reason and for a purpose, and that's to fight for my people. So yes, I advocate for public safety, and I'm very serious about that.
I see. Very adamant.
No, thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us about what inspires you to keep on going?
Well, what inspires me to keep on going is the opportunity that I've had in my lifetime. I've traveled the world. I've seen things. And being on the other side of the world has a humbling effect. I've seen people dying and kids dying from drinking innocent glass of water. And that's what made me come back and run for water reclamation.
Okay.
Because people don't understand the seriousness of what we're going through here in the United States.
Right.
And what's in our water. But more importantly, economic development, public safety, as we stated before, and health care. I think we had another caller.
We do have another caller.
Good evening, ladies. One of the things that I'm really concerned about, do we have to worry about, like in some counties, maybe not particularly in Illinois, that we got to worry about a county income tax like they have a federal and state as well, because since the county is so broke?
Well, it is true that the county doesn't have much money, but at the same time, the county made some money from that sugar tax. And also, they made money even afterwards by layoffs, in which I'm not in agreement with. I'm sure that there's some kind of way for me, as your commissioner, going inside is streamlining Cook County and looking in every department of where we can streamline without having to think about taxes, because we can't balance a budget through taxation. It's just not going to work.
Yes, you go. Bring the next one.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
we have another
We have
caller?
another caller. Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello, how are you?
Just great.
Good. I was wondering what she was going to do in regards to economic development in the southern portion of the district.
Oh, good question. Well, for most people, a lot of people remember me from Patricia Horton being on the floor talking about the jelly bean effect. And what I mean by the jelly bean effect is if you take a bowl of jelly beans, put them in the middle of the table, and tell everybody to take out their favorites, what get left at the bowl, at the bottom of the bowl? The blacks, the licorice. So that's basically what's happening here. We need to have more economic development established on the south side, on the west sides, and we have to make sure that that happens. Now, one thing I can say is that I come with a wealth of experience. If anyone has ever been on the north side on Howard and Clark, that is called the Gateway Project. Well, most people don't realize I was the economic development director for the Chamber of Commerce in that area. That's called the Gateway Project. That's my project. And also as vice president of the Madison Western Corridor, now there's a Pete's Produce there. And that was one of our goals, was making sure that we have a good grocery store or some type of market store there in that vicinity that would benefit the community. Now, getting back to the one on Howard and Clark, with that development, we also had attached to it a community benefits agreement where we guarantee that we hire African Americans within the community, and it was very successful. A matter of fact, we hired about 175 people within the Rogers Park community. Well, what I did over there, I like to see happening on the south and west side of our communities, because it's definitely needed. We should be able to invest in our communities, build within our communities, and grow within our communities, and take care of ourselves.
That's good.
Thank you.
That
Thank
is.
you. And I'm really animate about that. We've helped over 5,000 women start their own businesses, and I also teach in the past entrepreneurial classes to
Really?
help women to establish their businesses and grow from there.
Are you thinking of bringing that back?
Well, I would love to. I would love to do it. Matter of fact, it may be a plan.
Come on with it then. Y'all heard it first here on All Hands on Deck. We are so
Yes.
truly missing Pastor Ackery right now while he is enjoying the sun in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh.
Next year, you taking me with you.
And I may just come with you too.
See, we got a good thing going on
Nice
here.
warm climate.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We have another caller. Caller, come on.
Hi. I had a question about how my parents can lower their taxes or lower the prices of water bills or stuff like that, because we live in a neighborhood that's been gentrified in the recent years, and so the income inequality is present, but my household hasn't received any help or anything like that, but our income has stayed stagnant. And so are there any resources we can reach out to get help?
Well, from what I know, that they do tax appeals. So you'd have to call down to the office and put in for a tax appeal for your particular location. As far as lowering the cost of water bills, water reclamation is what it is reclamation. We reclaim the water that goes into all the combined sewers and down into your drains. So basically the only charge that we have with you is we charge you a penny for about every 7 flushes. But I would have you call the municipalities and have them do a check on your water to see if you may have a leak somewhere. And because sometimes there could be a pipe leak or some type of dripping that's going on that you're not aware of that causes your bill to be elevated. Okay?
Yeah, she's gone. So, is there anything else you would like to say about your upcoming election?
Yes. During the summer, back in the past, I've complained about the fact that our children didn't really have anywhere to go. So for the last 16 years, I've been giving and working with this organization called the Maywood Tennis Association, where we give free tennis lessons to any urban child who wants to learn how to play tennis, age 6 to 18. That's something that I've been very passionate about by keeping the kids off the street.
You think I could
And
pass
I've
for
been doing
18?
it. Well, you might. So come on out. But then we also have some pros that are out there too. And that's during the summer across the street from Proviso East. But
Okay.
another
First
thing.
in Madison.
Right. And that's the reason why I said that is because that was my give back by being an elected official, and I continue to do it. I sit on the Illinois State Diabetes Commission, and also I was formerly on the CETA board because I was very concerned about our seniors and so forth. But the election coming up is very crucial. We need your vote. I need your vote. If you want me to be that mouthpiece for you, you want me to represent you, I will love to represent you. And I'm just asking you for your vote. And together we can work together to move forward our agendas that we have, whether it be with, health care or with public safety or economic development or even preventing the sugar tax from coming back. I need your help. So please contact me or give me a call. My website is www.pathortonspeaks.com. That's www.pathortonspeaks.com. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me at 312-217-5936. Again, that's 312-217-5936.
I forgot to tell y'all could call in and ask her questions. But
Oh,
the
sure.
phone call's been coming in. We have another caller, Pat.
Oh, great.
Hey, Ms. Horton, I want to know, there was a study that was released that the county had 0% African-American contracts. the premier contractor, and when it came to subcontract, it was in the teens. I don't even think it made 8% of subcontract for African Americans. What is he going to do to change that if elected?
Well, if elected, I would really seriously like to deal with that on the legislative level. Because just like I said about the analogy of the jelly bean effect, that's happening everywhere. You have a lot of major contractors that are getting $200 and $300 million. They're saying that they abide by the affirmative action rules, and they said, yes, we're going to pick our subs based on the affirmative action piece. But what happens is that, yes, they do pick, but what happened is just like the jelly bean effect. They're picking all their favorites, and the licorice or the blacks are getting left behind. And that has to change through the legislative process. And it's really a shame that even with some of those black contractors who are trying to pursue contracts, get so many borders. There are so many borders when they apply. Either as they didn't get it in on time, or it is in on time and it's not enough experience, or if it's not enough experience, then there's not enough of the finances to put down as a deposit, for the contract. So we have to deal with it and look at it from a broader perspective. And then also to prevent some of these prime contractors from saying that they're going to hire so many subs, and then when they get the contract, they let them go and hire some of their friends, which is not fair. And I would like to work very hard in making sure that we get more African American contracts, and blacks doing business, not only just on the county level, but on the state level as well.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, so are you ready to put up a fight? I know that the Cook County president has her choice in your race. If in, how will you navigate the county board being a solo commissioner when she has so many commissioners that are supporting whatever she said?
Well, the whole idea is network and negotiations. You have to work with the commissioners once you go in. You build a coalition of commissioners that you can work with, that can understand your viewpoint, and you work with them to move the agenda forward. Now, I know that there's 17 commissioners that sit on the board. And with the 17 commissioners that sit on the board, you have to have the controlling interest to get what you need. It happens all the time. So I would have to work with the commissioners that are there, communicate with them, and put in my interest for why, and explain to them why I want something to happen, and let them see my point. So it's all about negotiations. Just like some people say, sometimes you don't have to like people really. You just got to get along with them and work together. And I just like to work with them. And once elected, I will work openly with all of the commissioners.
So how do we know if we get you into this office, you won't just do like all the other politicians and just write us up and put us under the mat and save us for another time?
Well, that's a very good question, because when I filed my petitions, I filed them. I wasn't challenged by one, but I had 4 people that tried to pull my information to try to knock me off the ballot. So that says a lot. It speaks volume that if you don't want someone in that office, you're going to work very hard to get them out, because they're not a mouth. The brown bagger or someone who's going to go along just to get along. That's not me. I'm a people's person. I'm for the people. So definitely, I will make sure that I listen to my constituents. I'll make sure that their voice is heard. And I will use that bully pulpit to speak for my people.
All right. So if
they don't like it, put me out. But get me in there, and I'll show you that Horton hears you.
The action speaks louder.
Action speaks louder than words.
All right. So that y'all heard it. She is running for Cook County Commissioner of the 3rd District. Her name is Pat Horton. You can contact her at where?
312-217-5936.
If you have any more questions, and as always, we got all hands on deck Tuesdays at 4:30. Pastor Ackery and Doris Davenport will be back sooner than you can blink your eyes. I promise y'all. Y'all won't have to see me back here no more. So, Pat, in our final minutes, you have any last things you want to tell us?
Well, for some people who don't know, I'm a God-fearing woman. I love the Lord with all my heart. I'm a single mother with 5 children. In 2006, I had all 5 in college.
Oh, wait.
I have 2 with master's degrees, 1 with a double bachelor, another one who has her own business, and my son who's working with the oil companies down in North Dakota.
Oh, wow.
I'm very serious about education. I'm steadfast and very serious and passionate about the things that I do. I'm very strong, and I have developed thick skin when it comes to representing my people. So all I'm saying is just give Horton a chance. Patricia Horton, give me a chance. My punch number is 93. 3's a charm, 93. And if you want someone who wants to hear you, then this is me, Patricia Horton, because Horton hears you. I hear everything you're talking about, and I will activate on your demand. I will hold what they call the meetings monthly on a regular basis, so that I can make sure that I listen to the people and that I make sure that I go back in representing them.
All right, we have one final caller. Come
Yes.
on through.
I want to first thank you for coming on. It's been very informative, and
Thank
I
you.
believe you're the person for the job for the 3rd District. But how can we help you? How can we volunteer or donate or, just get involved and make sure that you get in office?
Well, yes, you can donate and you can volunteer just by calling that number, 312-217-5936. Just give me a call. My door is open. I have a very open door policy. I need volunteers and I need money. This election doesn't run by itself. But with the money, we're able to move our agenda forward. We're able to get those foot soldiers out there so the message can be heard. And put me in office so that I can represent you. And I promise you, I will not fail you. Thank you.
I just met you, and I think if I lived in the 3rd District, I think I would vote for you.
Well, I'm very caring.
But I'm out in
very caring.
Maywood all the time because I have family out in Maywood. So I might have to take you up on that tennis this summer.
First Avenue, across the street from Proviso East.
And is it just for the girls or is it for everybody?
No, it's for all children age 6 to 18. We take them all. And hey, some of you adults, come on out there. We got some pros out there to give you some pointers too.
Oh, wow. So
Yes.
y'all want to get in shape with me? Come on. Let's go on out to Maywood.
Well, yes, because that's very important. It's a matter of keeping the kids off the street. It helped me as a youth.
Yeah.
It helped me as a youth.
Yeah.
And I was the #1 singles player for North Park University.
See, look at
So
that's
I
what
tried
it is.
to give back by taking care of my children.
You know what? That's a good thing to do.
Well, thank you. Thank
I love
you.
it. I do. Okay, so we're about to wrap it up, but all hands on deck. Next week, Tuesday, 4:30, Pastor Ira Ackery will be sitting in this chair. I do thank you for your time, and I appreciate you all tuning in. And don't forget to consider Patricia Horton, Punch 93, if you think she's good for you, if that's the fit that you want to put in. She says she will listen, she do talk, and she has no problem with following through. She will not sweep you under the rug. And I do
Exactly.
appreciate that. I thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
and
you
if
for
you get
having
in the
me.
office, we're going to have you come back so you
Oh,
can tell us how you
yes.
did it.
Oh, yes, I believe in that. Always have to be thankful for the things that the Lord gives you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It makes room for more.
And my website, again, is pathortonspeaks.com. If you want more information on me, you want to, hear some of my views and some of my feelings about certain things regarding the environment and so forth and economic development, check out my site. Pat Horton Speaks. I even have a link in the back page where you can go on. If you're looking for a job, there are links there where you can just snap on. And there, and you'll be able to link to some places. We
Okay.
have to have something for our youth.
Yeah,
We need jobs.
girl. Single mother, 17-year-old son.
Oh, yes.
Last of the Mohicans in the house now. So I do understand they need another job. No. They told me to keep it going.
All right.
Have a good night, you all.